Good to see you guys again. In today's video, I'm going to go over 3 lies that society, schools, and our families have been telling us about money. I think during our generation, all these ideas and suggestions and advice doesn't work anymore. And I think that they're still passing it through and passing it to us, but they don't work. So welcome to SimpleChew. I'm your host, Hank. And if you're into investment education, resale education, or accounting practices, I suggest you to subscribe as I continue to deliver videos every Mondays and Fridays. Most of our education comes from school, our parents, and society, and I think a lot of our education towards money hasn't been expressed correctly or has never been addressed, and it's something that's affecting generations going forward. I believe that schools, our parents, and society have good intentions of teaching us some of the tools we need to survive later on in life. I don't think they are us to fail, but I think that it's something that maybe they don't understand, or they are giving us advice that's outdated, and I just want to go over and explain what has changed. The first lie is that saving our money with interest is going to build wealth, and that's a total lie. That doesn't even make sense anymore in today's economy, in today's banking system. It just doesn't make sense at all. If you put in your money to build wealth in a CD or any type of savings account in your bank, and you're hoping to build any wealth, you get rich out of that, I'm telling you right now, that's a total lie. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work for the next 60 years. I think it's not the best way. It's not even a way of making wealth in today's economy and banking system. As I was looking online for the best savings account interest rate, and the best one was 1.4 interest rate a year. That means if you put $100, you get $1.40 at the end of the year. And if you think about it, you think, okay, I'm getting something. It's better than nothing. But if you think about inflation, yearly inflation, everything is going up. Our product and service is gonna go up in inflation. Inflation on average is about 3%. So if you put that 1%, you're actually losing 2% of roughly 1 point something percent every year if you keep your money in the savings account. And that's depending how that interest rate market is going for that year, because next year the interest rate for that savings account might go down. It might go down to 0.9, or it might go up. It might go for 2, but you still playing that game against the inflation, and inflation is always going to be 3% on average. So you need to think about another way of making money and building wealth another way. The second lie that we've been told from schools and society and our parents is that we need a job once we leave school. That's why we go to college. That's why we go to school. We spend so much time and money to go to school to earn a career and get a job eventually. But the thing that I learned after years and years and years of working is that my tax bracket compared to somebody who has their own business, or somebody who makes their living out of investing in the stock market or investing in housing or real estate, is way different. The tax rate favors more to people who are doing their own business or are earning their money from investment. That is clearly stated on the IRS website. You can see the tax brackets, where if you work a regular 9-to-5 job, you're gonna be charged this way higher tax rate than somebody who's just having passive income as in their stock portfolio, or somebody who's really busting their butts trying to make their money, but their reward because they don't have to pay as much taxes in it. And then somebody's in the middle who is working their butts too, working 40 hours, being really restrictive with their time. They have a lot of opportunities they're missing because they have to be in the job for those 8 hours, 40 hours, and that's just average. Some people here in the U.S. are working 80, 90 hours to get somebody else rich, and then they're not getting all those rewards back. So it's just something that we've been lied to, that working a 9-to-5 is gonna get us to be really wealthy. It's gonna get us to be super rich, and a lot of people are finding out that it's not the truth. If you work on 9 to 5, we don't have a lot of loopholes in the tax law. When you go to a business or the wealthy, they have a lot of tax loops, but that's another story. And the third lie, it's about copying and cheating in some ways. I think schools and the parents and society has always frowned upon us cheating or copying other people's work. And I think that in the real world, in the business world, there's business where you can see that it doesn't really apply. You see that products, they look the same in the market, where the same cell phone from Samsung looks the same as the other phone from Nokia or something, or iPhones. People are always trying to make a product better, and there's no better way than copying or looking at it, something how things works in the market. Services is the same way. People go to a restaurant to see how they serve the food, how people get treated, and then they go and take that idea and apply it to their business. That's the whole point, where you're trying to learn from somebody else's mistake. You're trying to learn from somebody else's success, because success leaves clues, and then you try to apply it for yourself, for your businesses. That's why we read books. That's why we take ideas from other people, because we want to apply it for ourselves. So if you are stuck with the idea that, oh, you don't want to copy somebody because that's frowned upon, that just doesn't make sense. Because everything in the business world, even in just regular life, everything is being copied, everything is being looked at and made better. We can see this example a lot with producers and rappers, where when they go into interviews, they ask them, oh, who's your favorite rapper? Who do you emulate? And that's the same word as copy. Who you copy when you were starting? Oh, a lot of people say, I copy 50 Cent, I copy Dr. Dre. Kanye West said it when he was starting, that he used to copy he used to copy Dr. Dre's beat patterns, and then he just branched it out. Everything in the world, it has to be coming from somewhere. Even our ideas sometimes are planted from somebody else. We're just copying, and then we implant it in ourselves, and then we believe that it's ours. But at the end of the day, everything we have done is copied. So I think that the way we think about copying something, or a product or a service or anything, has been misconstrued, because we believe that it's bad, that it's frowned upon. But we need to switch our mindset about it and think that if we copy something, we're gonna copy it to make it better. We're not gonna be copying the same product and just putting our brand in it and saying that it's ours, copying everything, because then there's a copyright violation, there's problems. But we're gonna grab something and we're gonna make it better. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel, but we're just trying to make something better. We look into society to see what the problem is, and then we try to create something that's going to solve that problem, and then sell it, and hopefully we get the money and the reward that we're seeking. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully after watching this video, you understand the lies that we've been told from our schools, our parents, and society. Hopefully we can change our mindset and think differently, and look for other ways that we can make wealth, because there's a bunch of ways that are available to us that we can copy to our finances. So hopefully we can become financially successful, and we should not be afraid of copying other people who have been successful, because they have left clues. We should not be afraid to copy products, so we can make them better for society, and hopefully we can get those rewards. We shouldn't be afraid of bending the rules to make a better product or service. And always remember, guys, to keep it simple.